Hello again everyone. In this video we're going to have a look at automatically applying just a little dab of the wheel brakes when you select gear up. It's not normally needed, but occasionally there's a model where the wheel rests against something in the wheel well, and certainly with jets with large wheels and wheel brake hubs on them, they can be quite heavy with a lot of angular momentum when you put them away, and they can rub against things in the wheel well or rub down the tyre, and so you want a little dab of wheel brake. Yes, you could manually apply it, but you've got a radio that can do it for you, so why not? Here's how. We'll just use a sequencer to mix in a little bit of brake for a moment. So what setup have we got? If we go into this, and in the model function assignment, you can see I've got my brakes. I've got them on P6 slider at the side. You might notice I don't have a gear function in this. I don't need it for this demonstration because we're working off the switch, not the actual gear function. So we go to Advanced Properties, Sequencer. We'll use Sequencer 1. The switch will be the gear switch. So I'll select that, switch gear, switch up, say OK. We'll come down now to Advanced, and I'm going to say the type of path is asymmetrical. We could happily leave this as symmetrical, and what would happen is that it would be applying a tiny little dab of the brakes when you select gear down as well as when you select gear up. And if you've got electric brakes, that's not going to be any harm, but if you've got pneumatic brakes, you might be worried that you're running out of air and you don't want another little blast of your precious air being lost. So we're going to choose asymmetrical. Let's say OK to that. Come back up to the settings. Right, we'll put the switch in the gear down position. Activate this, come along. We'll say at time 0, we press the plus button to add a point. Now you see this little circle has appeared, and we'll come along to the value that we want that point to be. Well, we want the switch to be off when we select gear down, so its value will be -100%. At this point, remember, we're not controlling the brakes, we're just controlling a switch, which will switch the mixer. Now we select gear up, and we'll come back, and for the gear up, we'll select time 0. There's a point there, so we add that point, press the plus button, come along to here, and we'll set the value as +100, because that's what we want it to do. The switch will come on when we've selected gear up. We'll come along to time 1 second. You can add longer if you want it, but remember the wheels have just got their own rotating momentum. They don't need the brakes applied for too long, but you can have a longer time if you wish. I'll go with 1 second. I'll press the plus button to add a point. See how a point's been added. And then I'll come along to 1.1 seconds. I'll press plus again to add another point. See, another point's appeared. And this one I'm going to take back down to -100%. so that it's off. So you can see now when we select gear up, it's going to switch on for 1 second, then switch off. And it'll do nothing more then. And when we select gear down, it just holds it at the off position, -100. So gear up, on for a second, then off, gear down, stays off. So we've set up the sequencer. Now we can go to fine tuning, free mixes, and we're going to mix from brake to brake, so plus from brakes to brakes into the advanced. The master value will be +100%. The switch is going to be, press the plus button, that sequencer we've just made. Okay, and importantly the curve is going to be constant, and we'll put in some positive value that will move the brakes away from 0. But because we're mixing, it's only going to be half value. When the brakes are 0, when the brakes are off, let's say the travel value is minus 100% and the brakes are fully on, the travel value is plus 100%. So this is only going to have half travel because it's mixing in. So we'll say 100% and we'll see the effect that has. Say OK. Let's look in the servo monitor. Gear is down, wheel brakes fully on, fully off. Select gear up. What will happen is that should go to 0% for 1 second and off. I need to slightly recalibrate some of the widgets here, but never mind. And when you select gear down, nothing will happen to the brake. But when we select gear up, the mixer comes in for a second, takes it up to there. So that's going to apply about half brake for 1 second. You can apply it for longer if you make the sequencer longer, or you want to apply more brake, then all we do is say OK to that, and we'll copy it. There we are. So it will now apply the mix twice. What's the effect of that? Let's have a look in the servo monitor. So now, when I apply gear down, it will have no effect. But when I bring the gear up, 2 mixers will cut in and take that all the way up to plus 100% for 1 second. And there you are. If you want some intermediate value, just adjust the value of the constant curve in one of the mixers or both of them. And I think that's it. So have fun with that, folks.